Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. There is something inherently hilarious about discussing film going, Halle Bailey looks exactly like Ariel, complete with red locks in The Little Mermaid. Incredible singing. And the film already seems very close to the animated version. Well, look, you and I both know, again, we don't need an eye test to point out that Halle Bailey doesn't look a thing like Ariel. We know that. Because if she did look a thing like Ariel, everyone wouldn't be, praising it when this casting came out as being so stunning, so brave. You can't have it two ways, guys. Come on. You can't, on one hand, be like, she looks exactly like Ariel, and then the other go, bravo, Disney. You cast, person of colour or black person, whatever you want to call yourself, as Ariel. I mean, you can't have it two ways. You either look exactly the same, or you don't. And also, I thought being colourblind was being racist. These people seem to be colourblind, because obviously you don't look a thing like Ariel. And it's also really weird. It looks bad. Let's take a look. It doesn't look right. Because you don't look like you're underwater. You know how people's faces don't look right underwater? It just looks normal. Also, how have you got dreadlocks underwater? Why are you giving Ariel dreadlocks? Is this some, weird... I mean, it's not even red hair, for goodness sake, it's brown. But why are you giving her red dreadlocks? I don't understand. Why are you giving her dreadlocks? It's so confusing to me. Why would you give her dreadlocks? But it looks bad, doesn't it? Oh, goodness me. But obviously, to be colourblind is apparently to be racist. So we can call these people racist now, apparently. Because that's always good, isn't it? Much like... also, follow me over on Twitter, at Mr. Reviews. But everyone was obviously calling Disney out on this, quite rightly so, except the colour of the skin, which is correct for Ariel and not for Bailey. The original story clearly states that she was white and had blue eyes. Bearing in mind, this is actual, if you want to compare it to anything, it's cultural appropriation. Because, of course, this was it Danish, if I remember rightly? Danish fairy tale. And they just get absolutely torn apart. But, ladies and gents, this is what's important here. Is that Disney have got their inbuilt sort of rage marketing that they do. So Babe Lades says this is going to get buried by racists. But you realise OP just means Halle embodies the character of Ariel and doesn't have to look exactly like a cartoon from the 90s. No, they literally say looks exactly like Ariel. But no, this isn't going to get buried by racists. This will just get pointed out by people going, well, look, you cast someone, and now you're trying to tell us that it looks exactly the same. You cast someone different for a reason, and now you're telling us they look the same. You're just going to get people pointing out your hypocrisy. And it's exactly the same. Disney's marketing strategy for this is exactly the same as Rings of Power. It's hide behind criticism, right? Or should I say, shield yourself from the criticism. Very valid criticism. Rings of Power is just boring. It's just straight up boring. But what they do is they go, but we hired these people that we can now use as a human shield from criticism. You're just racist. That's all they're going to do for this. It's so funny. Now, again, this isn't like, I'm not screaming or shouting. I'm not going, it's woke, all of this nonsense. Because by this point, it's so... one, I don't have the energy for it anymore to do these kind of rage videos. I just don't care. And it's not worth the energy either, because it's just so plainly transparent. So incredibly plainly transparent. Painfully so, that people just go, we all know it, we all see it, why bothering? This inbuilt sort of plot armor, I guess. Again, yet another bastardized version of a European-centric story. They made the protagonist of a Danish tale black. When will we see a Latino or Arab Mansa Musa? or get a live-action adaptation of Mufaro's Beautiful Daughters with a diverse cast of non-Africans. It's only fair. Red hair. They couldn't find an actual native redhead actress to play Ariel. This is problematic. I have no issue with a black Ariel. I have issues saying she looks exactly like her. Again, but this person will get called racist. Of course they will. This must be the other universe we're talking about. How is the economy in that universe? That's funny. Well, the whole trailer is just too dark and so full of shades of brown that the girl is barely noticeable. I swear every movie they make nowadays is so dark and gritty you'd be better off listening to an audiobook. Disney lost its magic. They act as if there's no natural orange-haired people to choose from in the world. There's actually some really good actors they could have chosen. But again, it's plainly transparent. Okay, I love this tweet. Diana Ross looks exactly like Dorothy, complete with the red locks in The Wiz. Incredible singing in the film already seems very close to the original version. It's about right, to be fair. It's about right. That's pretty much what this statement says. Doesn't look a thing like it. But again, I mean, even just looking at this, like, Disney's woke Little Mermaid trailer gets destroyed. Reaction and the dislikes to like ratio is pretty huge. From black conservative perspective, it's always funny listening to other people's sort of takes on this. And again, you know, the quartering, for instance, the wokest backfire in history. Disney demolished over the Little Mermaid remake, 500,000 dislikes. So it's just going up and up and up and up and up. And it's only going to get worse because people now know what this is. People are aware of what this is. You know, we all know what this kind of marketing is. Again, yeah, 52,000 dislikes at a certain point. It's just going to get worse. And it's just so plainly transparent. We know exactly why they do this. It's just so they can... They hire a person. It's rage marketing, basically. It's rage bait marketing. So we're going to hire someone... and then what would then, you know, this is kind of what you liked, so you must like it. And if you don't, you're now a bigot because we changed what you like. And if you don't, then you're a bigot. And that's what we can use to shield ourselves. Even if the story's crap, they'll still, and that's only people's complaint, they'll still hide behind it. It's exactly the same with Rings of Power. So Rings of Power is just inherently boring. It's just very, very boring. They came out and stated that they had 25 million viewers in the first day of that show. And then they're like, but we're getting review bombed. You said you had the biggest premiere of all time. And most people's complaint is it's boring. You don't think millions of people are going to express their distaste for something? Did you expect them all just to be positive? Would that have been review bombing as well? No? But then... You fools. But again, like I say, plainly transparent, painfully transparent. And again, not a surprise because this stuff is really well liked. The original is really well liked. The Little Mermaid Under the Sea, right? That's the official video. It's a music video. 304 million views in 8 years. I mean, it's a pretty well liked property that Disney has seemingly cocked up on with their marketing strategy. Again, rage bait marketing. So let me know what you think. I thought you'd find this slightly comical. A string of like many different videos I'm popping out today. Got to do my House of the Dragon review as well. Enjoyable episode. I did like it. Contrary to Rings of Power, which is not so good. But anyway, cheers guys. Leave your thoughts down below. Take care.